Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the weekly overall reading for April 1st to the 7th, the first week of April. And I have to tell you, I usually shuffle the cards, wait for the cards to leap out of the deck and lay it out, and then turn on the camera. But we're so filled with excitement to do this reading. And that's the overall feeling for the first week of April. It's this new excitement. And the image I got, honestly, was of treading water, and you're sitting there in this open ocean or a body of water, treading water, what it seems like forever, and we're finally being allowed to swim forward. And I was asking, is it us that was holding us back treading the water? And it was clearly that we were waiting for it was relying on other people to allow us to move forward. And so there's a sense of new freedom, of new expansion, of going forward, this movement forward after treading water for so long. It felt like in the same place, um, doing all this work, and it's just staying in one place. And it could have been because of all the moon energy and the Mercury retrograde that held things back, or you're more in one place and held back, and it could have been because you're relying on other people. And finally there's movement forward, whether it was other people or other circumstances outside of you that was holding you in one place, kind of treading water for a while. And honestly, now we can swim forward. And so there's this new sense of excitement that yes, we can finally move forward. That was the overall energy and of excitement. So there's something lifting. And I was also pulled, besides my usual balancing crystals, selenite crystals that I always put, I was guided to get this crystal, move it from its usual place that I have. And it's this lift. We feel lifted. It's an upliftment that we're going to be feeling the first week of April. And I think it's that feeling of finally, we don't have to just tread water. We can move, we can move, we can move. So let me pull, I'm going to first pull, I do tarot cards, and I do the energy of the week, the overall energy that we're working with. The tarot cards will show our journey. I want to see what the first week of April is going to be like for us from the 1st to the 7th, as we finally get to stop just treading water and move forward. And bravo to us for treading the water as much as we did. That's what I could say. Okay, so let's see. What is our journey the week of April 1st to the 7th? First week of April. What is it going to feel like? What is it going to be like? What should we expect? Oh my God, I just got flooded with such lightness, and wow, what a great feel coming in for next week. I almost feel unburdened and lifted and higher all of a sudden. Wow. It's going to feel good. That's all I can say. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Feelings are really coming in for next week. It's going to feel, I just felt like my whole body get lifted up. So what is next week, April 1st to the 7th? What would you like? Ooh, jeez. Okay. Working hard here, and decisions, choices, decisions. We've been working really hard and making decisions. Let's see. Also clarify about these decisions and these choices as we're working hard next week. Swimming forward, I think. Wow, judgments. Okay, so we're going to be working hard. I think that's part of, we're not treading water anymore. We're moving forward and working hard on things, and we're going to be making some decisions and choices that end up with favorable judgments for ourselves. We also could be resurrecting and giving new life to something that we're working really hard towards, and making the decision, using our proper judgment to make the right decisions on whatever we're working really hard for and swimming forward towards. Let's see what, get some more cards to clarify. What else can we share for the first? Ooh, jeez. Ah, 6 of Cups. Interesting. almost feel like this could be through your old connections. Um, through your old connections. There's a sense of nostalgia, but I think working on something that might even be dear to your heart. Ooh, let's see. Oh, but then we have the death card. Something's completed here. Wow. Okay, so we're working really hard, making decisions. We're using our judgment. And there's an ending here. It's a completion here. Almost maybe if something you were working hard for. Oh, I see. Something you were working really hard for. It came almost like to a crossroads where you had to make a decision and there was a judgment made. And I think through reflection, you made a choice to end it so you can bring a new day in. Oh, this is kind of exciting. So maybe we're making the choice to stop treading in water. I think we're actually cutting away and making a judgment on whatever we were working so hard on that was making us tread water in one spot. We're making the decisions and choices to reflect on making the right choice to end this so we can move forward and swim forward. Wow. Okay, so what's coming in after we do that? I think we're going to be ending things that we put a lot of work in, and we're making the choice and decision after we reflect on it, making a judgment call to end it so we could move forward. Maybe people are forcing us to tread water more than we're putting an end to those things that aren't moving forward for us. I think that, ooh, wow. Maybe that's why we're feeling lifted and higher, because we're unburdening ourselves. Yeah, and resting. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We might be really ending some things, and so we could just get in a peaceful, restful state and just close out those things. Because that's almost like two reflection cards. We're really going to be reflecting and ending those things that are having us just tread water in one spot. I really think so. And it could have been stuff that we worked really hard on, and we're ending that indecision to make the right choices. That's going to provide us with some kind of relief. That's what I'm really getting from this. So we can move, not tread water anymore, and just go forward. What else? So what's coming in after we do all that? Let's see what's coming in the first week of April. And this could still be the end, all that purging that we were doing. I think we're relieving ourselves of situations and circumstances, and it could have been tied with other people, and we're finally being like, you know what? We're moving on. It's being put to rest. So what happens after we put it to rest? What's coming in? Ooh, jeez. Wow, look at this. New stability, new structures. I almost get like a freeness, a new stability, new security, more stable. I really think whatever you've been working on and it was causing you to make these decisions and everything, and there were some judgment calls that had to be done, and you're ending that to bring in this rest and recovery and stability. And I think that's, we're finally completing a lot of things. I think we're putting to bed a lot of things, literally, because he looks like he's in bed. I'm reading it intuitively. But there definitely was some judgments here that are putting an ending to things that you could have been working really hard on. And at the end, there's a lot of rest and security and stability coming in here. So whether, it's closing out positively or you're just walking away, it's all for good. It's all for peace of mind. It's all for getting out of that treading water energy. Interesting. Oh boy. So now we have some disappointments here. Let's see what else I can get from here. So things couldn't, maybe it didn't work out, but you're still moving on. What are these disappointments? Ooh, jeez. Disappointments. But then there's happiness. This is 10 of Cups. think it's moving out of what was disappointing and coming back to this genuine happiness, or the things that make you happy. I think that was the decision, almost like the choices. This fell almost on this Two of Swords. I think you've been working really hard to clear up this disappointing things that were going on. Some things were disappointing. You had to reflect on this and put an end to these disappointing things for your own happiness. And your own happiness trumps these disappointments. Like, there might be small little disappointments or things didn't work out, but in the bigger picture, this is all for your greater happiness, and it's time to move on. You can't just tread in place. That's what I'm getting from it. Where I think you put in a lot of work on something, and maybe you wanted it to work out, but there were choices and decisions that had to be made, and whether it ended for whatever reason, or you're making the literal judgment call of making the decision to put a close to it. Yes, it's a little disappointing, but it's for your greater happiness, and you have to have peace, and you'll be joyous at the end of it, just to get through it, for it to be over, for it to be done, for you to be able to move on. And in the end, it is greater security, and there's genuine happiness here. So whatever you're working for, and there are decisions to be made in closeouts, yeah, okay, so it could be a little disappointing of whatever happened here in the past, or recent past, or early, leading up to this week. But you're moving on. There's closure here. You want rest. You want peace. You're looking at your stability, your overall home structure, joy, life, love, genuine happiness, your greater happiness. And it's all fine. It's all fine. It's all going to work out fine. This is all so you can stop treading in one place. That's what I truly believe. It's time to move on. And it's time to move on from anything that was disappointing or didn't work out, even if you put a lot of work in it. It's time to move on. Whether you do it or they do it, you're at a crossroads. I almost feel like you're making the decision to just walk away. Like, you put enough into it, and it's done. It's over. Whether it worked out favorably or not, you're putting it to bed. You're putting it to rest. You're okay with it. You're just done with treading water. And we're swimming on. And we're swimming on to greater happiness, greater stability, greater security. So when you weigh the two together, yeah, okay, it was a little disappointing, but you're heading toward greater happiness, greater security, greater fulfillment. And you're just happy to get out of that treading water state. It's almost like, okay, whether it worked out or not, at least I'm moving forward now. And so there's an upliftment here of just feeling unburdened and closing something out. So something has been recently completed or closed out, or you're moving on. And it's all with your rainbow of cups in your mind, kind of. You're moving towards further happiness and fulfillment. There's no looking back. You're not going to look back anymore. And I think that was the decision. Like, stop looking at these things that are continually giving you these disappointments or whatever, and just focus more on the things that are providing you with the security, providing you with this joy, providing you with this sense of happiness, and moving on. And I've been saying that for a while now. The overall spirit message keeps on saying, honestly, we've moved so far with purging all the stuff that, in the old days, things would really rile you up. Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, something would happen in your life and your reaction is like on a 9. But now we've done so much work that on the Richter scale, it's just like a 2. I'm telling you, it's like we're moving on from this disappointment energy much quicker, much faster, because if it's not working out, we're very capable of making these decisions, even if we put in the work, and now we're at a crossroads, and we realize it's not going to create the stability, security. It's not going to create my happiness. We are making those decisions, those judgment calls, very much quicker. These endings are happening much quicker. We're moving on much quicker. So we're getting out of that. And plus, the planets are helping us right now. We're getting out of that retrograde of Mercury. We're moving forward. Let's see what the energy. Ooh, jeez, what the energy is. This flew out. So Look at that. Broken heart. Yeah, this is with the little disappointments. So the first energy card was a broken heart. So definitely some things may not have worked out the way you thought or wanted to recently, just recently, like going into the first week of April. But I have a feeling the next card is going to tell us we don't really care about it anymore. Like, ooh. Oh, look at this. Yep, deceit. Okay. There was some deceit. There was some kind of thing that did not work out. And I don't think some other people were not exactly truthful or honest or forthcoming. It might have caused, I'm picking up a disappointment feeling. Oh, geez. But look at this, what's coming in. Yep, I told you, we're moving forward. Adjacent possibilities. There's no time to waste with these things that are causing any kind of disappointments or deceit. We're actually, it doesn't even matter. We put in the work. We know we came from the right place. We gave it whatever. Something was deceitful to us. Something might, at the last minute, something might not have come through that they promised. It didn't work out. People didn't hold up their end. It might have caused some disappointment or some sadness. But it's not really affecting us on the Richter scale from 1 to 10. Like a 10, it's coming in as a 2. And the reason why is because we're very aware of these adjacent possibilities where you're kicking down doors and windows where there were none before. It doesn't really matter. If someone decided here if it was them that closed it with this door, it doesn't matter. If you're closing the door, it doesn't matter because these endings, they're new doors. Look at all these doors that are open. Look at this divine light opening all these doors and windows. That you're so confident with these adjacent possibilities that are going to provide your happiness, your stability, security, what you're passionate about here. This deceitful people around you that might be disappointing or not coming through, not being completely honest, it's not working out. You're very aware of these adjacent possibilities. And I think that's what we're getting excited about. We don't have to be stuck treading water with people that are holding us back, not being honest, it's not moving forward. And okay, we tried. We put some work into it and it's not going to work out. Okay, so next. And we are very aware of next. We're very open to knowing, yes, next. There's adjacent possibilities here. It's time to open yourself up to them and move forward out of this treading water feeling with people or circumstances. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 2. Ooh, boy. Yep, and look at this, appreciation. It's newfound appreciation for the things that will really provide you with the stability and security and this overall happiness. And you also know that you're an abundant creature, and what you focus on, you get more of. And that's all part of moving out quicker out of these states of deceit or broken heart, things that are disappointing. There are adjacent possibilities here. You're moving on. There's no treading water anymore. You're moving on. There's new appreciation for what truly gives you joy, what's really in line with your heart, what's providing you stable security, happiness. You're moving away from this. You're making decisions to move away from this. And anybody who's providing this in your life, adjacent doors and windows are opening right now, and you're going for that. You're not afraid to end it. You're not afraid to move on to a new day at all. I wonder if we get any more. Should we get more energy? I want to get maybe one more energy. And I feel like that's what's the liftness is coming up in April. I think we're moving away from, oh geez, what is this? We have financial constraints. Interesting. It's leading to me to there might not have, deals work-wise might not have come through. That was causing this heartbreak or loss, something financially, probably with work or career or, Jesus, that was causing you anxiety. These people were spinning you. This is kind of I think this is what the energy we're walking away from. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because then look, Angel of Strength comes in here. I don't know why, but I'm pulled to pull. Oh, jeez. They're flying out. They really want to talk. Yeah. And we got strength and strategy. Strategy. This reminds me of this, where's that? 2 of Swords. I think it's our strength, our strategy that's making these choices and decisions, to walk away from these things that were causing us anxiety, whether it was financial. I think there was a lot of work projects that leads me to things that you were working on. People were being kind of deceitful. They were not honest. Something happened. There were endings here. Things didn't work out as you thought, so a little disappointing. But look, overall, you are the angel of strength. You have the appreciation for your true happiness. That really, where's the stability here? There's a stability card. You're providing, you're thinking of your own security, stability, your overall happiness. You're well aware of these adjacent possibilities. So you're moving on. You're not treading water in one place anymore. No one's going to hold you in that state anymore. Meaning you're moving forward to these adjacent possibilities, and you're making the choices. It's strategy. You're an angel of strength with strategy making these decisions. Moving forward. That's what I really think it is. So we're moving on. I know these cards, some of them are a little jarring when you see them, but I'm telling you, we're moving on. You're moving on. So anything that wasn't working out, that was closing, you thought there was more hope in it. You thought possibly it could work out, but it didn't. It could have been a little disappointing. But overall, it's not going to rock your world that much. Or maybe it did, but you're quickly moving on quicker. You're moving on. There's adjacent possibilities here. Things, other doors and windows opening up. So that will give you greater happiness and stability in the end. And whoever it was that you were working with or giving so much of your resources to, and it wasn't working out in a balanced way for you, it had to close for you to get, it was good judgment, even if it doesn't appear that way right now. Where's that judgment card? Sorry, I'm going back, but there was the judgment. There's judgment here. There's, it's for your overall happiness and security in the end, because these adjacent possibilities are going to be coming in. Other possibilities can come in if you're stuck still treading water with people who are deceitful, not being honest, causing you anxiety, spinning you, wasting your resources. It has to end to open you up. So it is all positive, even if the cards are coming out a little, Let's get some Moonology. I'm going to get some moon cards. These were calling me for some reason. I think it's because we had so much moon energy recently. And I think also we're moving into an Aries moon, which is very powerful and action-oriented. And, I'm seeing a lot of action. We're moving forward. Let's see what the Moonology cards have to say for this first week of April. As we move on, what would you like to tell us? Ooh, for the first week of April. To the 7th. Let's see, it's flying out. A fiery climax approaches. A full moon in Aries. Oh my God, didn't I just say the moon is coming in Aries? Yeah, it's a culmination. It's a climax. Like, there's definite endings here. There's definitely moving forward here with something. It's fiery. You're taking action. There's movement. There's movement forward, powerful movement forward here. And it takes powerful movement to shake things up and end things and move forward. This is all energy, fiery energy. Closing things, going through for adjacent possibilities. It takes that fiery energy to move forward. And, I really think we're getting out of that treading water. Okay, is there another message besides this Aries? Full moon in Aries. I can't believe that came out because we're literally getting an Aries moon. What is this? Step out of your comfort zone. Oh my God. I can't even believe this because I posted like that special thank you on my channel. And I kept talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. And this is the time to step out of your comfort zone. It wasn't just a message, for me. It was for everyone. That's like what's happening is we're being pushed to step out of our comfort zone. And that could be why These endings are coming. We're making these decisions now to move on, stop treading water. We're being passionately driven to move. Fiery climax approaches, and it's telling you to step out of your comfort zone. And I think we're finally being pushed to do that for our own sense of overall happiness, the bigger picture. You know, the North Node is all about destiny and your highest self, your highest potential. And I think all of this has been for our highest potential. So if you've been treading water in circumstances or people have you treading water up to this point and it's not paying off after all you're vested in with this eight of, you know, you're working so hard and stuff, you're making the choice and decision to step away, to drop it, to rest, to stop, and go for the things that are really providing you that stability and overall happiness. And I really think that's what it is. You know what? I think that's it for the Moonology card, but that really sums up this whole reading. And I think that was what all these major closures have been, and decisions of ending things, whether it was a little disappointing or not. It's ending, so we can move on to bigger and better, definitely. So let's see what goddess guidance we can get to round this out. So I definitely feel a sense of movement, of getting out of this treading water, and moving forward, and step out of your comfort zone. And I think these, you know, everything is to push us out a little farther. Go for things. We're going to be fired up. And we're going to feel freed. I know it was a weird combo of cards, but we are going to feel freed from burdens that were burdening us for some reason. And we're just going to be able to move forward. And let the past go of all that was not working out. Just let it go, and let those disappointments go too, and let those people go. You know, those situations, anything you're working on that was deceitful or not in line with you, or the people are not in line with you, or who you're involved with, or it's like not your thing. Don't do it anymore. It's time to put that to bed, give it a rest, and go for your overall happiness here. So what is the goddess guidance advice for the first week of April 1st to the 7th? This fiery moon. Moving forward, not treading water anymore. Stepping out of our comfort zone. Oh gosh, we get this all the time. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Definite cycles and rhythms happening with these closures and these moon energies coming in and out, and we've all been feeling it. We've been releasing a lot inside and out, definitely. And your energy levels could be going up and down too, and just go with it. You know, nurse yourself through these planet changes, because there's been so many planet changes. What's our other advice? Oops, let's see. Oh my gosh, I never got this card. Don't back down. Wow, I love that card. Stand up for what you believe is right. Wow. Oh my God, this sums up this reading totally. You know how we got, this is really cool. You know how we got about, oh boy, let's go back here for a second. Angel of Strength and Strategy, right? We had overall, we had adjacent possibilities. We had choices and decisions to make for our overall happiness and stability, right? We were dealing, the energy, was like, there had to be people around that were disappointing us and not honest, and just, you know, not genuine opportunities, not genuine people, not genuine circumstances. They could have been even causing us some anxiety here. We're ending all of that. And you know why? We're not backing down. We're not backing down. We're standing up for what we believe is right. what's in line with our overall happiness, our overall stability, what gives us peace of mind. That's what I was getting. I know you could read this card in many different ways, this card, but I looked at it in this reading for some reason as peace of mind. And I think don't back down from what gives you personally peace of mind. You'll get through these endings and closures and decisions, and it's all in line with your greater overall happiness. And don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. And I love that. That changes your whole world, too. It's also not backing down, like moving forward and stand up for yourself and release everything else. I just love that. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for what you believe is right. What's right for you, what's right for your life. And we've been doing that. This is not just this week. This has been in process. And that's what's been giving the purging, the closings, the all that stuff. And I think we're looking at everything with almost fresh eyes, fresh heart, you know, making those choices and decisions, moving on quicker, with the bigger picture in mind. Ooh, geez, that flew out. Yep, endings and beginnings. Wow. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Yeah, and that's what's happening. That is what's happening. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. There's lots of closings. There's lots of things being put to bed, and it's actually going to give you better peace of mind because what all that stuff that was still going on was just anxiety, disappointments, things like that. You're ending all of that. You're putting it to bed. We're finally moving forward. First week of April, you're going to feel lighter. And I've been saying that for a while. We're all being cleaned out to feel lighter so we can move lighter in the world. We're not letting things weigh us down as much. We're not allowing people and circumstances to burden us that much or as harshly as they did before. We're keeping it lighter. We know it's a better way to live. Lots of endings and beginnings. And I think that's also like, where was that cycles? I know I kind of get bored every time this card comes out because it comes out so much. But it is important with all these endings and beginnings to honor, you know, when we go through these huge energy shifts and cycles and rhythms with the planets and with our lives. And, you know, take good care of yourself. You might need some rest, a time out, some rejuvenation. Definitely endings and beginnings. And this is all about standing up for what you believe is right. And I really believe that's what it's been about. I think this whole journey is going for what you believe is right. And it's leading to these endings and these new beginnings. And there's new growth here. There's new births coming in. And there was a lot of clearing out to get here. No doubt about it. And definitely endings. So there's endings. There's even endings of cycles. I'm almost looking at that cycles card as endings of real cycles here. And so we're going to feel freer and lighter and going for our overall happiness and stability and leaving all these disappointments behind. It's no time to tread water. It's time to move on. And you know what? When you're treading water, do you want to have that heavy baggage on you? You're going to feel like you're sinking. You're sinking if some rude person's in the water trying to climb on your back. I'm just getting this image. And it's like you're spitting for air. You know, your anxiety. Can I hold both of you? I mean, is this going to work out? How is it? Like, I don't know. But now it's like we're throwing these people off. We're throwing their circumstances off. We're not burdening ourselves. We're not sitting there just treading water. We're releasing all that. We're going to a new horizon. We're dropping it all so we can swim forward lighter. And wherever we're going to land, we're going to land. It's better than treading water in the deep, you know, deep in the middle of the water. It's new endings and beginnings that are really happening. It's an exciting time. Let's see if we can get one more. And we've been really strong in standing up for ourselves and what we think is right, whether it's with work, with your people that you work with, your relationships. There's no, you know, making the right decisions. Wow. And look at what we're getting. I have chills. I have chills. First, let's do Undying Love. Look at this image. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. And peace. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. I have to tell you something. I think that this whole thing and what we had to close out and what I was saying about the overall thing is to go for what's really genuinely giving you happiness and security. And this is all about bringing you peace, you genuine peace, and undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. I almost think like you want to bring more love and peace into your world right now. And I think that after all of this, all these chapters and endings and closings and saying goodbye to things that weren't working out, because we stood up for ourselves, and there's lots of endings and beginnings, and the goals in mind is just to bring in more love and peace into our life, and we're taking the steps. We made those decisions to do that, no matter if it caused a little disappointment or not. um, you know because we could have been treading water, working really hard for quite a while. And we are putting an ending to this anxiety, disappointments, all that. And we want more love and peace in our lives. And that's what we're going for. I mean, look at this. This is love and peace, stability, structure. This is our goals. This is what we want. This is why we did all the closings. This is why. This is why. This is what it's leading to. So if you're, finally swimming away from things, with my analogy, you're finally, putting an end to things, putting to bed things, moving on, closing. Don't be worried or scared. You're moving to these adjacent possibilities. And believe me, this is all for more love and peace in your life. And it was all about these endings and beginnings to bring that in. So this is what awaits you. This is what we had to get through. And bravo to you, because honestly, you really stood up for yourself. I love this reading. All right, so welcome in the first week of April. Remember, keep your eyes on the prize, which is more peace and love in your life. And bravo to you for not backing down and walking away and putting a close to those things that weren't working. And this is all divine, these endings and beginnings. So welcome in the new now, and do all that brings you this real, genuine, more love, more peace. And on the Richter scale, anything from 1 to 10, anything that's causing unnecessary anxiety or not panning out, and you're putting so much resources and you're sitting there feeling like you're treading water, it's time to swim forward. It's time to move now. We're not treading water anymore. We're not waiting on people, making us just sit there and tread water in one spot. You're moving forward now, putting an end, going forward, peace, love, more of that in your life. And bravo to you to not backing down, because you're providing it for yourself. You're taking the action with this fiery new Aries moon coming in. And actually, I think it comes in April 5th. And this is a reading from the 1st to the 7th. So a fiery climax approaches. This is positive. It's positive. It's positive, because look at this. Step out of your comfort zone. This is all to move us forward. Move us forward and get out of our comfort zone. We're going higher. We're going farther. We're going more towards our overall destiny of all we can be, and what will genuinely provide this real deep peace, more love in our lives, happiness, stability, with these adjacent possibilities. And that's why there were so many endings and beginnings, so many endings, because it's leading to these new beginnings of adjacent possibilities. And it's all because you're not backing down. This is in your sights. This is what's coming. That's what I think is the underlying excitement that we feel as April comes in, because we do know this is coming in. And stand up for what you believe is right. Have a fabulous beginning of April, and check out my channel for other readings. Take care.